from the class that we left yesterday. Okay, so I think this type of flowers we finished yesterday, no? That hypogynous, perigynous, and epigynous. Is it? Remember? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm. So and also I think we finish this one, that estimation also we completed. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Estimation, that is the arrangement, relative arrangement of petals or sepals unit within the whole. Okay. So today, after that, we have to mm, see the different parts of the flower. This the different parts in this, that calyx, corolla, we have little bit we have already learned, and after that it is the androsium. Okay, androsium. This is the male reproductive part, and androsium is made of one or more stamen. Okay, that is we can say the unit of uh, the androsium is called a stamen, and each stamen is made of a portion which has a one stalk, and to this there are two anthers. This is the filament. This stalk, thin stalk, is filament, and at the tip there is a glandular structure, that one is called anther. In anther, usually there are two lobes. These are called the anther lobes. Okay, anther lobes. Right. Anther lobes are there. So usually, as there are two lobes, so this anther is usually bilobed structure. And in each lobe, there are chambers. And two chambers are there. So each lobe, there are altogether four chambers, we can say, and these chambers are also known as, that is called the pollen sacs. Within the pollen sacs, pollen grains are produced. Okay. Pollen grains are produced within the pollen sac. So there are 4 pollen sac, this filament. Now this stamens, they may be, usually it is free from each other. But sometimes in several species, in several flowers, the stamens are united. The stamens are united, and this united condition is known as, this condition is called Adelphi. Okay. So when they are united, this may be united into one bundle, united into 2 bundles, or united into more than 2 bundles. So when it is Adelphi condition, this is if it is united into one bundle. One bundle that is united into one bundle. This one is called mono. Mono means one, monodelphous. And this monodelphous example is the China rose. China rose, cotton, lady's finger. Well, they belongs to this monodelphous condition is found in the family called Malvaceae. Okay, Malvaceae or cotton family. So in this, all the plants, they have monodelphous. Actually, what happened, there is all the, in China rose, if you see, there is a style, around the style, there is a tube which is known as a staminal tube, and on these the stamens are attached. This tube is made of this stamens united together. This is a staminal tube. Then, so after the monodelphous, number 2 is called diadelphous. Diadelphous. Diadelphous condition means it is grouped into 2 bundles. Grouped into 2 bundles, it is found in the member that in family, all the flower in the family Fabaceae, Fabaceae, or you can say Papilionaceae, in which, that is, this is also known as pea family. Pea family, where this pea, beans are there. In these, actually, there are altogether 10 stamens. Okay, and this, out of the 10 stamens, 9 stamens are united into one group and one is separate, one group. So this is called Diode Alphas condition, that is they are grouped into two. And the third type is that Polydelphous. Polyadelphous condition. In the Polydelphous condition, that is more than two groups, more than two bundles. When more than two bundles, this is found in case of citrus fruit. Citrus, that is the lemon, and so we get it in this family, that citrus fruit, all the oranges, orange and any other type of lemon. So they are the citrus fruit. In these, the stamens are many, and these many stamens, they are grouped. The stamens are in 4 to 5 groups. Okay, the filaments are united. There is found in citrus. There is also that castor, that is ricinus. In castor, male and female flowers are separate. So female flowers, they have a male flower, they have many stamens, and they are grouped into 4 to 5 groups are usually there. Okay. Then after that, this is also found in silk cotton. Okay. Next is one thing that in the pollen, this stamens may be fertile. Usually it is fertile, that is they produce viable pollen grain capable of the successful reproduction. But some of the stamens, sometimes they are sterile. These sterile stamens are called staminode. These staminodes are found in the different flowers. This staminode, their number maybe one or more staminode is there. Maybe a few stamens are fertile, functional, and one or two or more are staminode. Another characteristics of the related to the Androsium is that sometime the Androsium are fused with the other holes of the flower. That is the Androsium here. This Adelphi condition, we have seen this stamens are fused together. Stamens are fused, but sometimes stamens, they are fused with the petals. Okay, when, as in case of, that is stamens are fused with petals. petals actually fused with their filaments, and this is known as condition is called epipetalous. Okay, so when stamens are fused with the petals, it is called epipetalous. Epipetalous condition is found in case of potato, brinjal, datura, okay. In this there is tomato also, because they belongs to the same family, Solanaceae. So this is the characteristic feature of family Solanaceae. Solanaceae and some other families also, this epipetalous condition is found. In case of, say, in lily flower, which is belongs to family Liliaceae, under which those all types of lily, that's onion, garlic, okay, onion, garlic, this also comes under this. Then asparagus, they belongs to this. Here what happened, the calyx and corolla, they cannot be distinguished. Okay, so here it is the perianth. So a stamen is attached to the perianth, and in that condition it is called epiphyllous. Okay, it is same thing here in other family in the Solanaceae, that petal, calyx and corolla are very distinct. So the stamens are attached to the calyx only, corolla only. So it is epipetalous. But here in case of lily, it is perianth, not the calyx and corolla. So it is called epiphyllous. Next is, let us come to this gynoecium. Gynoecium, that is the female reproductive part. This female reproductive part, each gynoecium is made of one or more carpels. Okay, like stamens make androsium, carpels make gynoecium. So flower may be a flower, or its gynoecium, maybe it is monocarpellary, or it may be polycarpellary. Polycarpellary, monocarpellary is P is monocarpellary, having only one carpel in its gynoecium. Polycarpellary, this rose, tomato, brinjal, they are all polycarpellary. Okay, in the gynoecium, that carpel, it has three structures. So this common structure of the carpel. It has three parts. That one basal portion, this is usually the swollen structure. This one is ovary, that is the important part. And then at the tip of the ovary, usually there is thin, long structure, usually known as a style. And this style terminate into very distinct or sometimes not very distinct structure that is known as stigma. Stigma is the receptive organ. It receives pollen grain during pollination. So when pollination takes place, means pollen grains are deposited on the stigma surface. And from here, the pollen grain germinate and they move to the ovary. Ovary contain, within the ovary, there is ovary chamber, and within the ovary chamber, there are ovules. Within the ovules develop the egg, that is the female reproductive cell, female gamete. Okay. The ovules, the number of ovules, either one or more. Ovules may be one or ovules may be more. Then one ovule, where do we get? You eat plums, is it? You eat a mango, there is only one seed, is it? This is due to that they have only one ovules, because ovule mature into, after the fertilization, ovule mature into seed and ovary will mature into fruit. Ovules may be many ovules. Where do we get? We get very common, that is chili. How many seeds are there? There are plenty of seeds. When you cut a tomato for your salad, okay, you get many seeds. So when you cut brinjal, you get many seeds. You cut papaya, or pumpkin, you get many seeds. So means they have many ovules. Okay. So within the ovary, there are ovules. Ovules may be one or more. These ovules are attached to the ovary walls, or within the ovary, it is attached to a special tissue. By a special tissue, that tissue is known as placenta. Okay, the placenta is present on the ovary wall sometime, or there is central axis to this. The placental tissue grows, and to the placenta these ovules are attached. So the distribution of the placental tissue or the distribution of the ovules within the ovary is known as placentation. Okay, so placentation is, this is distribution of or the pattern of arrangement of ovule within the ovary chamber is called the placentation. There are several types of placentation. If you have cut the fruits, different fruits, and you have seen carefully, you will find that the seeds within the fruit is arranged in a different way in different fruits. And these are the placentation. So let us see the different type of placentation. Okay, so this is mm, see here. This is the first type of placentation, which is known as marginal. Marginal placentation is the number one. Here, this ovules ovules are attached to the ventral suture, attached to the ventral suture. This is in case of pea, etc., that they form the fruit is a pod, okay, or it is legume. It seems that this is a bivalved structure, and there is a two valve, two part of the fruits are joined, and on the ventral joining, that the part where it is ventral joining to this, the seeds or the ovules are attached. This is, so it is called the marginal, and this marginal placentation we find in case of pea. Next one, here This is a cross section of the ovary. It is a diagrammatic representation, cross section of the ovary. Here what you can see that the ovary is several chambered. Here it is three chambered, and in case of when you cut the lady's finger, how many? About five chambers you get. No? And the placental tissue developed at the axillary part at the center, that by which this ovary is divided into different chamber, and at the central axis there is the placental tissue, and to this the ovules are attached. This one is known as axile placentation. This axile placentation you will get, say, given the lady's finger, China rose. When you will cut tomato, you will get this type of placentation. Next one is that this one is a parietal placentation. Here, what is the difference with the first one? Here, the ovules are attached to the inner wall of the ovary. This is the ovary, and to the wall of the ovary, these ovules are attached. So this is parietal placentation. Have you seen the seeds that is attached to the papaya? They are attached to the inner wall of the ovary. This in pumpkin, it is parietal. In case of mustard, it is parietal placentation. Mustard, argemone. In case of mustard, this ovary is initially the ovary is one chamber, but later on it became two chambered, okay, by false partition. So this is parietal. So ovules are attached to the inner wall of the ovary. Next one is that is known as free central. This one is free central placentation. In free central placentation, what you can see, this one and this axile placentation. Now it is similar, is it? All the ovules are on the central axis. Here also, here also. But in this case, in axile placentation, the ovary is several chambered. Here we can see three chambered. In some cases, it is two chambered, like in tomato, potato, it is two chamber. In the lady's finger, it is five chamber. So chambered. But in case of free central, the ovary is one chamber, and all the ovules or the placental tissue is attached to the central axis. Okay, this is we find in case of dianthus and primrose. Okay, this is precentral type. Next one, finally, this one is the basal placentation. In this case, this type of placentation, usually the ovary is one-seeded. The fruits are one-seeded, only one seed. And this seed, that is the ovule, is attached at the base of the ovary. Say this one is the ovary, this is the tip of the ovary, and this is the base of the ovary. This is ovule, not this green part. Okay, this white portion is the ovule, and here is it stalk. This stalk is attached to the base of the ovary wall. So this is ovule. So this is known as the basal placentation. The basal placentation we usually find in case of sunflower. That all the sunflower family, this type of basal placentation is found. Sunflower and all related plants, we get the basal placentation, sunflower, marigold. Okay, so here is this this way it is placentation, marginal, axial, parietal, precentral, and basal. These are the main type, 5 type of placentation. Okay, one more thing that I have not yet told to you, that the gynosium or the carpels may be, as I told, one carpel or many carpel in the gynosium. When it is, this one is polycarpellary. And this is called monocarpellary. This, when it is polycarpellary, then the condition, 2 types of condition arises. One is all the carpels may be united together, they are fused together. Okay, or the carpels are free from each other. When they are polycarpellary condition, that is either the carpels are free from each other, or the carpels are united. Okay, carpels are united, fused together, and when it is carpels are united, fused together, in that case it appears that there is only one carpel is there, or only one ovary, one gynosium is there. But when the carpels are free, we find in one flower there is more number of that gynecium seems to be. So here what happened in case of when it is the carpels are free, this condition we call apocarpus. So gynecium or the ovary, it is apocarpus. Apocarpus condition we find in rose. Apocarpus condition we find in a strawberry. Okay, in a strawberry, when you eat, that is actually the thalamus we are eating, and within the strawberry, you can see that there are dots like structures are there. These dots are actually the ovary. Carpel, so seeds are there. Actual fruits are here in each one. But we are eating the fleshy thalamus receptacle of the flower. So these are apocarpus condition. In rose also, it is apocarpus. In the rose, so what you see that the rose fruit on the plant, it appear like this solen structure. Okay, and here is the many stamens, then petals and sepals. And if you cut this fruit, then what you will find inside there are many fruit. To you it appear just like the seeds, but actually they are the fruits. And this fruit develop from individual ovary, okay, of the carpel. So this is apocarpus condition. And when the carpels are united, this is known as syncarpus. The syn means united. So syncarpus, carpels are united. This is found in case of China rose, lady's finger. In lady's finger, when you cut cross section the fruit, then what you find that there are for 5 chambers, is it? 5 chambers, 5 angled fruit, is it? And this 5 angled fruit, they are partitioned, and within this you will get the seeds. These 5 chambers are due to that they have 5 carpels, and these 5 carpels are united together. That's why the 5 chambers are there. So this is a syncarpus condition that chili, when you cut, there's you usually in that in the Simla mirch or capsicum, no? Capsicum also you get 2 chambers. Whenever you will section, you will get 2 chambers, and to this the seeds are attached. This 2 chamber, because they have 2 carpels, it is bicarpellary condition, but it is syncarpus. So this is the, after that, this structure is called the that ovary, this one mature into fruit after fertilization, and ovule mature into seed. Okay, the fruit, each fruit have an fruit wall. This fruit wall is known as pericarp. Okay, fruit wall is made of what? Fruit wall is made of ovary wall. Ovary wall forms the fruit wall. This is called pericarp. In some of the species fruit, the pericarp may be divided into three parts. In others, it may not be distinguished, but where it can be uh, recognized, this is one is epicarp, then mesocarp, and endocarp. Okay, so epicarp is the outermost layer of the pericarp fruit wall. Mesocarp is middle, and endocarp is inner. Say endocarp, you can easily identify in case of, say, in coconut, no, that epicarp is very thin. This one, in case of coconut, epicarp is very thin. Okay, and the mesocarp is thick, that fibrous portion, this coconut fiber, this is the mesocarp. And endocarp is very hard, stony. This one is that coconut shell. No, this one is the endocarp. So this three portion, this coconut, one thing is seems to be, it appears that peculiar, that mango and coconut, they belongs to the same group of fruit. Same group, that group of fruit is known as drupe. Both are drupe type of. There are fruits also are of different types. There are fleshy fruit, dry fruit. Within the fleshy fruit, there are several types. In mango, that epicarp is thin, not very thin. It is very easy to identify, and at the time of from the ripe mango, this epicarp can be peeled out. That forms the skin layer. Mesocarp is the fleshy, and this is edible. Okay, so we eat the mesocarp of the fruit in case of mango. Okay, and endocarp, that is the hard stony, and this endocarp we don't eat. It is not useful, and along with the seed we throw it. Okay, but in case of coconut, what happened? Mesocarp is not edible. Mesocarp is fiber. This provides the fiber of commerce, that coir. Okay. Epicarp is very thin. This epicarp, mesocarp, it not used. Mesocarp is useful as a commercially, and endocarp in the shell, that is also not edible. So in this coconut fruit, epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp, not edible. Then what is the edible part? The edible part is, that is the within the shell. After breaking the endocarp, we get, that is we are getting the seed, and within the seed, that the flesh that we eat, that is actually endosperm. This is actually part of the seed. So here fruit is not edible, seed is, portion of the seed is edible. And also we drink that water in the coconut, that is also liquid endosperm. Okay, it is liquid endosperm. So this is endosperm in case of coconut is edible. Here is this diagram, that the mango and the coconut, this is coconut shell, and this white portion, it is the endosperm. Okay, here the epicarp, the skin, mesocarp is the middle fleshy, seed is this one white one, and endocarp is hard woody. Okay, so fruit, they belongs to the same group of fruit. The fruit may be a true fruit and false fruit. Okay, true fruit is that the fruit develop from the ovary. Ovary, where the fruit developing from the ovary, actually ovary mature into fruit, but when commercially it is that in the structure of the fruit only ovary is there, then it is the true fruit. So most of the fruit vegetables, that fruit vegetable we use, they are true fruit. Mango is true fruit, coconut is a true fruit, the pea is a true fruit. Okay, but then false fruit is what? If in the fruit that ovary plus any other part of the flower plus any other part of the flower is there, then it is called the false fruit. Say in case of very good example of our favorite fruit, that is apple. Apple is the false fruit. Okay, actually what happened in case of apple, uh, I think you remember that in apple the, the flower is epigynous. In epigynous flower, what happened? That the ovary is completely covered by the thalamus. Is it? Completely covered by thalamus. and thalamus and the ovary, they are fused together. All right. So that in the apple, the main portion which is edible, that portion is the fleshy thalamus. Actual fruit is not eaten. So when you will see an apple, you cut one apple and you will find that this type of lining is there. Okay, this is the stalk, this line is there, and this portion that we are eating, this is the thalamus, and this in the middle portion, here you will find that the seeds are present. Okay, actually this is the ovary which has matured. So actual fruit is, in biological term, actual fruit is this portion in the center, and that what you do, that this portion is thrown, it is not eaten because this portion is not tasty also and contains seeds. This is thrown and this fleshy portion is eaten. So this is the false fruit. We are eating the thalamus of the fruit. So these are, in the brinjal also it is called that it is partially false fruit, because in the brinjal the most of the portion is the true, that is this portion is okay, most this is the actual portion that the ovary has grown, but here what happened, this calyx is fused with the ovary, with this fruit. So it is partially, not fully. In other, some of the one is called the that elephant grass, elephant plant, elephant fruit. That one also is fleshy. There it is the calyx. That overlapping calyx makes the main portion of the fruit, edible part of the fruit. So those are the false fruit, true fruit. Okay, this we have in the revised syllabus. Actually, one thing that the revised syllabus I have got later on. In your revised syllabus, it is from the plant morphology. Morphology, flower is there. Flower morphology is there. For this year, due to this corona, okay, classes are not going on, normal school colleges is not there, so the syllabus has been reduced. So in that case, the root, stem, leaves, those portion is not included for your examination. Okay, for your school exam, those portion is not included, and also anatomy is not included, only the flower portion is included. Okay, so and after that, one family description of family, and that family is Solanaceae. This family description is based on the technical terms. Okay, different characteristics by plant is described. So in the next class, we will see this Solanaceae. Okay, one thing that I will say, you may think that if root, stem, leaves, those portions are not included in your syllabus, then it is that why uh, uh, we have taught these things. This is because if later on, when you will be appearing for the medical entrance exam, that NEET, okay, and other competitive exam where biology is a subject, in that case, of course, there is no reduced syllabus. So you have to prepare all those things also, and you have enough time. So this is those questions you have to learn. So in next class, we will see Solanaceae. Okay. Any question? Hello.